Have you noticed that your legs don't feel quite as steady or strong as they once did? Maybe standing up from a chair takes a little more effort than it used to. Or climbing the stairs feels like you're lifting something heavy with every step. Even walking across the room might feel just a bit more wobbly, even though your mind feels clear and your heart is still strong. If that sounds familiar, please know this: you are not alone. And more importantly, you're not powerless. There's a gentle, natural way to help your legs feel stronger, lighter, and more stable again. No intense exercises, no expensive therapies, just a few simple nutrients that your body may be quietly craving. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 powerful vitamins that can make a remarkable difference in your leg strength, and often in just a matter of days. These aren't fads. They're real time-tested nutrients that have helped thousands of seniors just like you regain strength, confidence, and balance without changing their entire lifestyle. So, if you're over 60, this message is especially for you. Stay with me to the very end, because I'll not only reveal the 3 key vitamins, but I'll also show you exactly how to take them, what foods to pair them with, and one surprising tip that most people miss. Let's begin this gentle journey towards stronger legs and a steadier you. But before we get into the first vitamin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a helpful tip. And while you're here, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. It's always a joy to see our wonderful community from all over the world. Let's gently begin with the very first vitamin. And in many ways, it may just be the most important one of all. It's called vitamin D3. And if you're over 60, this quiet little nutrient could be doing far more for your legs than you might ever imagine. Think of vitamin D3 as a kind of master key that quietly unlocks strength and coordination in your body. It's involved in helping your bones stay strong, your muscles move properly, and your nerves communicate smoothly with every part of you, especially your legs. But here's something many people don't realize until the signs start to show. As we get older, particularly after 60, our bodies naturally begin to make less vitamin D3. It's not your fault, it's just part of how we age. Your skin doesn't convert sunlight into vitamin D3 as efficiently as it used to. You may find yourself spending more time indoors than in your earlier years. And even when you do get some sunshine, your liver and kidneys may not activate vitamin D3 as easily as before. And so, without even realizing it, your body might begin running low. Not in a dramatic or sudden way, but in small, subtle ways that can creep up slowly. You might start to notice your legs don't feel quite as steady as they once did. Standing up from a chair might take a little extra effort. Maybe you feel a bit wobbly when walking, even though your heart and mind feel just fine. Or perhaps you've had nighttime leg cramps that seem to strike out of nowhere, especially in your calves or heels. You might even have experienced a few small stumbles or near falls, things you brush off but still wonder about later. These small warning signs often point to something deeper. Your body may be asking for more vitamin D3. In fact, researchers at Harvard University discovered something truly eye-opening. Older adults with low vitamin D levels were about 40% more likely to experience falls or need hospital care. That's a significant difference, and it speaks to how powerful and protective vitamin D3 can be, especially for seniors. But here's the encouraging part. When your body receives the right amount of vitamin D3, the benefits often show up surprisingly quickly. There was a fascinating study done in the UK where seniors were given a simple daily dose of vitamin D3. Just 800 international units, which is quite modest. Within just 5 days, participants showed nearly a 20% increase in leg strength. Imagine that, a nearly 1/5 improvement in just under a week. That's not just impressive, it's life-changing. So how does it work? When vitamin D3 enters your body in the right amount, it helps you absorb calcium, which keeps your bones dense, strong, and capable of supporting your muscles. It also helps regulate how your muscles contract and release, allowing for smoother, more coordinated movements. And importantly, it calms down inflammation, which can cause tightness, discomfort, or that heavy legs feeling many people describe. But perhaps one of the most beautiful things vitamin D3 does is support your neuromuscular system, meaning the connection between your brain and your muscles. That connection is what helps you stay steady when you step off a curb, what keeps you upright if you lose your balance, and what allows you to walk with confidence, even on uneven ground. So now let's gently talk about how to take it, and how to do it in a way that gives your body the best chance to absorb and use it properly. For most people over 60, somewhere between 800 and 2,000 international units of vitamin D3 each day is considered both safe and effective. But it's not just about the amount, it's about how you take it. Because vitamin D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin, your body needs a little bit of healthy fat alongside it to help it absorb. That means it's best to take your D3 with a meal. Something like a breakfast that includes eggs or maybe a slice of avocado on toast or a small serving of full-fat yogurt. Even a drizzle of olive oil on your vegetables at lunch can help. The key is, don't take it on an empty stomach. Your body simply won't be able to absorb it as well. And there's one more soft but helpful tip. Try to take your vitamin D3 earlier in the day, preferably in the morning. Some people find that taking it too late, especially in the evening, can interfere with sleep, since vitamin D plays a subtle role in your body's wakefulness and energy regulation. So to bring it all together gently, if you've been noticing your legs don't feel as strong, if stairs feel steeper, if getting up from the sofa takes more effort than it used to, or if you're simply looking for a natural, simple way to feel more steady, secure, and confident on your feet, vitamin D3 is a gentle yet powerful place to start. It's not a miracle pill, but for many people it can feel pretty close. Because when you give your body something it's been quietly missing, the results can feel like a breath of fresh air. And the best part, it's easy, affordable, and safe for most people. No intense workouts, no difficult routines, just a few seconds each day, and your legs will thank you. If you're finding this helpful so far, let me know by leaving a quick comment. Just say hello and share where you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like more videos like this, made especially for seniors and caregivers. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's gently shift our attention to a second vitamin, one that's often completely overlooked, yet absolutely essential if you want your legs to feel stable, coordinated, and energized. This one might surprise you because most people don't associate it with leg health at all. But once you understand its role, it becomes clear just how powerful it is. Especially I'm talking about vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is like a communication specialist in your body. While it might not directly build muscle or strengthen bones, it plays a much more subtle, yet equally important role. It supports the electrical wiring that runs between your brain and your muscles. Think of it like the cables that connect your television to the satellite dish. Without those cables, nothing works smoothly, no matter how strong the signal is. When your body doesn't have enough B12, those lines of communication can get fuzzy. That's when strange things begin to happen. You might notice a tingling sensation in your feet or toes, or maybe parts of your legs feel like they're falling asleep even when you've been active. Some people describe it as a disconnected feeling, like their legs aren't quite responding the way they used to. Even something as simple as walking in a straight line can become tricky. You may feel off balance on perfectly flat ground or find yourself drifting a bit to one side. And perhaps the most frustrating part, you could be doing everything right, eating well, staying active, and still feel fatigue in your legs after just a short walk. These are all signs that the connection between your brain and your body, particularly your legs, isn't as strong as it should be. And in many older adults, a deficiency in vitamin B12 is the root cause. Now you might be wondering, why would I be low in B12, especially if I'm eating a balanced diet? The answer has to do with how our bodies change with age. After the age of 60, our stomach naturally produces less stomach acid. This acid is important because it helps us break down the food we eat and extract nutrients from it, including vitamin B12. So even if you're eating foods that contain B12 like eggs, meat, or dairy, your body might not be able to absorb and use it efficiently. And if you happen to take certain medications like acid blockers for heartburn or metformin for diabetes, this absorption problem can become even more pronounced. These medications, while helpful in many ways, can make it even harder for your body to access the B12 hidden in your food. So what happens when B12 levels drop too low? The nervous system, particularly the long nerve pathways that run down your spine and into your legs, begins to suffer. The signals that tell your muscles when and how to move start to misfire. That's when you may feel off balance, unsteady, or like your body isn't quite responding the way your mind expects it to. But here's the wonderful news. B12 deficiency is often easy to correct, and when you do, the results can be truly life-changing. In several clinical studies, older adults who were given daily B12 supplements noticed significant improvements in their balance, coordination, and walking speed. sometimes within just a few weeks. The tingling, the numbness, the legs falling asleep sensation. All of these began to fade as their nervous systems began to heal and reconnect. And here's what's really encouraging. Vitamin B12 is completely water-soluble, which means your body takes what it needs and naturally flushes out the rest. It's gentle, it's safe, and it's well tolerated by most people. Experts typically recommend a daily dose of anywhere between 500 to 1000 micrograms. But here's something important. Make sure you're getting the right form. Look for methylcobalamin. That's the active bioavailable version of B12 that your body can absorb and use right away. It often comes in forms that are especially easy for seniors to take, like sublingual tablets, those that dissolve under your tongue, chewables, or even sprays. These options bypass the digestive system and go straight into your bloodstream, which is ideal if your stomach isn't absorbing nutrients like it used. As for timing, many people find that taking B12 around midday or with lunch works well. It gives your body the energy boost it needs for the rest of the day and supports your nervous system while you're most active. Just try to avoid taking it with tea or coffee, as the tannins and caffeine can block absorption for some individuals. So if you've been feeling off lately, not quite yourself, or if your legs feel wobbly or disconnected, please don't just chalk it up to aging. It might be something far simpler. Something that can be restored with a small daily habit and a little patience. Because when your brain and body are speaking the same language, when your nerves are firing on all cylinders, you begin to move differently. You walk with more confidence. Your steps feel more sure, and that ever-present concern about falling or tripping begins to melt away. Vitamin B12 helps restore the precision and control of your movements. It helps your legs understand exactly what your brain is asking them to do, and to respond immediately. That sense of disconnection fades, and in its place comes a deep-grounded sense of balance. So don't overlook this tiny but powerful vitamin. It may not get much attention, but its role in helping you walk confidently and live independently is priceless. Before we move on to the next important vitamin, I'd love to know, where in the world are you watching from? Go ahead and type it in the comments below, and if you haven't already, feel free to tap that subscribe button so you don't miss any of these helpful tips. We're building a little community here, and I'd love for you to be part of it. And now, let's talk about the third and final vitamin, one that rarely gets the attention it truly deserves, but quietly plays a powerful role in the way your legs feel, move, and respond each day. It's vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. And if you've never heard of it before, or haven't thought much about it in a while, this may be the most important part of the entire video. You see, if vitamin D3 is like the switch that turns everything on, and if vitamin B12 is like the wire that carries messages between your brain and your legs, then vitamin B1 is the spark, the little burst of life that fuels your muscles and keeps them going. Without enough of this gentle but essential nutrient, even muscles that are perfectly healthy can begin to feel sluggish. Your legs might start to feel heavier than usual, or strangely tired, even after light movement. Some seniors describe the feeling as if their legs are dragging behind them, or as though they're walking through molasses. Others notice that after doing something as simple as going to the kitchen or climbing a few steps, their legs ache or take a long time to bounce back. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone and it's not your fault. Here's the thing about B1. Our bodies don't store it for very long, and unfortunately, as we age, we become more likely to lose it, often without realizing it's happening. Certain medications, especially common ones like diuretics, which are used for blood pressure or heart issues, can flush B1 right out of your body. Even small amounts of alcohol, such as a glass of wine with dinner, can slowly deplete it over time. And highly processed foods, the kind many of us rely on for quick meals, are usually stripped of B1 during manufacturing. On top of that, our bodies simply don't absorb B1 as efficiently as they did in our younger years. So what does B1 actually do inside your body? Thiamine plays a key role in turning the food you eat into ATP, which you can think of as pure, clean energy for your muscles. It's what helps your legs move smoothly, respond quickly, and recover comfortably after each step. And because your legs are among the largest, hardest working muscles in your body, they need a steady supply of B1 to stay energized. Now here's the part that's truly encouraging. Replenishing your B1 stores can work very quickly, sometimes in as little as a few days. In several clinical studies, Older adults who started taking thiamine each morning reported some remarkable changes in just 1 week. They described feeling lighter on their feet, less soreness when walking, better ability to climb stairs without stopping halfway, and even a renewed sense of energy in their legs, especially toward the end of the day when fatigue usually sets in. Most seniors do very well with a gentle daily dose of 50 to 100 milligrams of B1. It's best taken in the morning with your first meal, especially one that includes some protein or whole grains, like oatmeal with nuts, whole grain toast with eggs, or even a smoothie with a bit of peanut butter or yogurt. Try to avoid taking B1 with black tea or alcohol, as those can interfere with how your body absorbs it. What's truly special about thiamine is that it doesn't just energize, it supports recovery. So if your legs tend to feel tired, achy, or worn out, even after small tasks like walking from room to room, bending down to pick something up, or standing at the sink, B1 can gently restore the strength behind your movements. Think of it as fuel for your freedom, quietly working in the background to make every step feel smoother, steadier, and more supported. So if you've noticed that your legs have felt heavier, slower, or just not quite themselves lately, consider giving vitamin B1 a gentle chance to help. It's one of those simple, often overlooked solutions that could bring surprising relief and help you feel more confident and comfortable in your own stride once again. And there you have it. 3 simple, powerful vitamins that can help you begin restoring strength in your legs. Not in months, not even in weeks, but in just a matter of days. Vitamin D3 to support your bones, balance, and movement. Vitamin B12 to reconnect your nerves and sharpen your coordination. And vitamin B1 to energize your muscles and help you move with ease again. These aren't magic pills, they're simply nutrients your body has relied on for decades. And sometimes with age, we just need a little help bringing them back into balance. But remember, it's never too late to feel stronger. It's never too late to walk a little steadier. And it's never too late to take care of yourself, gently, kindly, and one day at a time. If this video gave you even one helpful idea today, I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together. And please let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing our little community grow all around the world. And if you're caring for a loved one or simply looking for ways to stay strong and independent into your 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond, you are not alone and you are doing beautifully. Take care of yourself today. Be kind to your body, and I'll see you in the next